We are now joined by the manager of the National League champion Arizona Diamondbacks, Torey Lovullo, here on the Arizona Sports Line. Torey, good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, guys. Always good to be with you. And yeah, that has a nice little ring to it. National League champions. That sounds good. I like that.
Yeah,
I don't like
really,
it all
really
the way,
good.
but it sounds still a pretty good accomplishment.
We haven't had a chance to talk to you since the run, really. I know you guys were in the middle of the playoffs the last time we spoke, but congratulations on just a magical run. And I told this to Derek Hall, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it and what you felt from it. It feels like between the implementation of the new rules, I thought made baseball infinitely more interesting and watchable this year. And locally, your run has recaptured the Diamondbacks fan base. How much did you feel that during that run?
Man, I sure hope so. Number one, I feel like we love our fans. We know they're out there. We feel their support, and when they come in, they juice up our stadium. Our kids feel it. Our players feel it, and they love it. And we know we got to play good baseball to bring them back. And, hopefully, like you said, this is a good little push in the right direction that the Diamondbacks are here. We're going to be here for a while with good players and do the types of things that we did this year. I have every reason to believe that. And we love the support of our fans. We need the support of our fans, and it works both ways. We do good things for them. They come for us and support us. And as far as the implementation of the rules, we just went out and played our brand of baseball. We did the things the way we wanted to do. We controlled the climate. And for the first time in several years, we were more concerned about what was going on in our dugout than we were than the opposing dugout. At times, we were playing catch-up through the course of the game. Today, presently, we are setting the pace and setting the tone. It's all on us.
All right, now I said that you were one of the breakout stars of the postseason. Firmly believe that on the field and during your media sessions with the media. And your quote about disappearing into a tent and sucking your thumb was one of the most fantastic things I've ever heard. So have you been in the tent? Have you sucked your thumb? Are we out of the grief?
First of all, I appreciate you being there along the way. I obviously had some time with you and knew that you were there with us every step of the way. And we love that support. So, obviously, thank you, Dan, for being there and being there all the time. We know that you guys are both big D-back backers, and we need that. So we got to keep doing that. But as far as my days, the day after the season, I ended up getting COVID. I mean, go figure. My body's probably putting it on hold. And I ended up laying in bed for the next 4 or 5 days until I got out of that quarantine. So I haven't been camping, but I love camping. I got to find my way to a good campsite. I go over to the Lost Dutchman a lot. I'll find my way over there at some point. But I've had a lot of really good friends and a lot of really good contacts send me a ton of ice cream. So yeah. I haven't been sucking my thumb, but I've been eating a ton of ice cream. It's been fantastic.
Listen, I was going to say this. I wasn't going to give away any of our private conversations, but I was aware you've been the recipient of a lot of free ice cream. Dude, you better be careful. You might come back 20, 30 pounds heavier next year.
I know. It's always a battle of the bulls for me. But ice cream is ice cream, man. When it's in front of you, I can't say no.
Same.
Yeah, Torey Lovullo, manager of the Diamondbacks, our guest here on the Arizona Sports Line. In reviewing the 5-game series against Texas, and credit to them, they played outstanding baseball throughout the 5 games. But I think there's an argument to be made, Torey, that you guys never really fully recovered from what happened in Game 1. I know you came back and bounced back in Game 2. But did you have that feeling at all in reviewing what happened, that devastating Game 1 victory was very pivotal?
Yeah, it's a pretty fair assessment. When I break it down and go into it a little bit in my own thoughts, yeah, I think if we win Game 1, and no disrespect to the Texas Rangers, they're a fantastic team, and they really were hot. It got hotter after that first game. But I feel like if we had won Game 1, we would have won the World Championship. I think we handled them so well in Game 2, and automatically assuming that you win Game 2, I mean, you can't always do that because they would have come out differently down 0-1.
Sure.
But I just felt like that gave us a little bit of a feeling that we weren't so invincible. We were on a great run, and we thought we could beat anybody at any time, and we still continue to play that way. But as I look back on it, that Game 1 was a big difference maker. And then I break down a few of the decisions I made. Pitching to Seager left on left is not magic. It's not going to, guarantee an out. I probably should have walked him in Game 4, but I didn't. And, there's a lot of things that end up happening along the way and along the path that you go over. But for me, yeah, I've said several times to my inner circle that if we had won game one, I feel like it would have been a totally different outcome.
One of the best things about you, in my opinion, is the way that you've kind of dealt with this nonsense of a series of one-year contracts. A lot of other people could have gotten bitter. A lot of people could have held grudges. You embraced it. You leaned into it. It never became a thing with you, and now finally you have been rewarded. What does it feel like to finally have a little bit of job security here?
Yeah, first of all, it feels really good, and I'm grateful for Ken and Derek for having the faith in me to run the team from the dugout level and just keep pushing this thing downfield. And it does give you some stability, but it certainly is going to change my outlook as to what I do every day and how I approach my day. I'm here to help guide the players, push them in the right direction, put them in the right situation, continue being a good teacher to them, the coaches, and everybody around me, until we get to that mountaintop. We're close, but we want to stay there for a long period of time. And as far as the one-year contracts, people have been asking me about that. It's been a series of one-year deals for the past 3 years, and quite frankly, I don't think I deserved anything other than that. I had to continue to go out there and prove myself, and once they felt like I had done that, I felt like it was going to be rewarded in the right way. And certainly, the patience part of it is a little bit challenging at times, but I just went out and did my job. That's what I was always trained to do, and that's how I was raised.
Torey Lovullo, Diamondback skipper, our guest here on Bickley Marotta Mornings. We know how things went in July and part of August. It was rough sailing. Didn't look like you guys were a playoff team. Paul Sewald shared a story during the playoff run about something that you said to the team after a loss to San Diego, and that was, hey, I'm tired of being the junior varsity team for the National League West. And I thought that, seeing how the team responded at that point, obviously it resonated with the players. How much do you feel it resonated? And obviously you don't feel that way anymore when you're playing for a world championship, right?
Right. I think we exercised a lot of demons, and I'm so proud of that. Beating the Dodgers and coming out of this thing the way we did and getting into the big dance, it was a great accomplishment for this organization. But I had always felt all along, and it's my job to aim high. I felt like we were capable of doing something like we ended up doing. But yeah, I was unhappy with our performance, and you have a bad couple of days. I'm patient with that, and I can deal with that. I know baseball's hard, sports are hard. It's just not going to always work the way it's supposed to. You got to budget for those times. But we had played an excessively bad type of baseball for about a month and a half, and I could just sense that we were just ho-humming our way through the day, and other teams were looking at us like that might be the freshman group over there. And I just let them have it, and I do that a couple times a year, and nobody really knows about it, but obviously the team responded. And I didn't know what Paul said, but I know that I said some things in there that resonated with a lot of guys. It needed to be said, it needed to be done, and hopefully I did hit the right button.
All right, you know that it only gets steeper the higher you climb, and duplicating your success, you're going to get some help with payroll. You're hopefully going to get another starter so we don't have to deal with bullpen games in the playoffs again. From your vantage point as the emotional touchstone of this team, how do you keep this team getting better? How do you keep this team strengthened against expectations and the fact that you guys are now going to have a target on your backs?
Yeah, we're being chased, right? We're not the chasers, and I think that's what happened for the beginning of this year of the 23 season, is that nobody understood who we were and what we were coming out and doing every single day. It was very powerful, and teams finally got clipped, and they understood, like, you can't just waltz into playing the Arizona Diamondbacks. And we started to be the ones that got chased. And I don't know if we knew how to handle that. And that's one of the things that I did talk about is we got to embrace where we are. We have earned where we are when I was yelling at them in mid-July or early August. So, I feel like we have to embrace that. What Mike and company end up doing, we're not sure, but we believe in what they've done all along. I do. From my level, the coaches do. We trust their instincts. We trust where they're going to go and where they're going to take this team and what direction what type of player they get. I don't know, but they're going to make us better. They do it all the time. But once we get to spring training, I don't want anything to change. I just want us to be the best version of ourselves, not put any external pressure on what we're supposed to be. We got to focus on who we are and take care of our business our way, the same way we do every single day.
Well, Torey, thanks again for the time this morning. Thanks again for a tremendous run, and it meant a lot to this city. We talk about the state of Valley sports a lot on this show and the condition of the fans, and Man, did this city need what you guys just gave them.
and Torey, you made this team really easy to cheer for. We thank you for that.
I appreciate you guys. That's all I want to do. I just want to make this entire state proud of us. We all bleed Sedona red. We all feel the same way. And one day we're going to get there. I promise them. I promise you guys. I promise them. We're gonna die trying.
All right, Torey. Thanks a lot. We'll talk soon. Appreciate it.